What is up, everyone? NightFury here from Tales of the Tome, back at it with more Pokemon Academy Life Forever. Alright, so last episode we had just started doing the student council elections when a gang of thugs broke into the academy and started doing minor inconvenient crimes like kicking cans and stealing candy from babies and small businesses. And it's very obvious that Silver set this up to try and help us get elected. Unfortunately, there's also been some wild rumors going around that I, the main character, did all the hard work and Sharon did jack squat. So I guess we're going to see what happens from there. So let's get right back into the game, shall we? Oh, there's a little step here. Ahem. Classmates and friends, apologies for the delay. A group of vagabonds from the city seem to think that now would be a good time to knock over our pottery. I mean, I agree with him entirely, but damn, that feels pretty classist. Thankfully, the quick thinking and measured response of the student council hopefuls, as well as many of you, was able to prevent things from spiraling out of control. Well done, everyone. It is this exact collaborative spirit that we hope to continue and encourage in our future dealings. Let me be clear, we stand united. Every one of us seeks to support and uplift every other one of us. There is no reason to abstain from voting from any one of us. From voting for any one of us, I think that should say. We even have experience working together already. We will aim to work together to give you, the student body, more privileges, freedoms, powers, and security than before. I, for my part, aim to massively increase funding to the clubs in this school. We all owe the battle team a great debt of gratitude, of course. It is internationally famous, and with the famous champions such as Lance, Cynthia, and Stephen Stone graduating from it, its reputation is clearly well-deserved. So just imagine what we could do if some of our tuition money, even a fraction, was diverted into other clubs. Imagine if Kobukan elected to hire champions to lead their other clubs, such as they did with Lance and the battle team. Yes, it's quite simple. The sky is the limit, and if you vote for me, not only will I work to support and uplift my co-council members, I'll fight to spread the school's funding more equitably. Well, that went well. Brevity is the soul of wit. Now, does anyone have any questions? Yes, you in the red hat. Each student council hopeful gives their speeches one after another, making sure to emphasize the support each of them will give each other. Serena's speech was enthusiastic and passionate, Jasmine's was earnest and heartwarming, Grusha's was typically cool, and Sharon's was normal, though you thought you saw darkness cross his face once or twice. Much like the type electives they're taking. And now, it's finally time for you to speak. By this time, the audience has worked itself up into a complete frenzy, and they're practically salivating to hear what you have to say. Admittedly, you could have prepared your speech a bit better, but you've been awfully busy recently. Alright, just gotta wing this. Alright, Kobukan, listen up. Here's what's happening. Really? I haven't even said anything yet. I will be your will on the student council. This speech-giving thing is easy. I'll never give up. I'll never back down. I'll never run around and hurt you. As you continue your speech, you notice Sharon to your right giving you a strange look. Upon further inspection, Calum and Serena are too. It seems the overly enthusiastic response your tepid speech received did not escape your fellow council hopefuls. Sorry guys, for energy. Not much I can do about it. But hey, this could be a good thing. At least I can use it to help people. And that's pretty much it. Vote for us. We'll do good. Promise. Anyone have any questions? Yes. Huh? Please excuse me. Yeah, what's up, man? I was just wondering when you were going to tell us about your power. Excuse me? What? I think we should discuss the way that you are so easily able to endear yourself to other students. The way you won this election without having given an effort towards it whatsoever. The way you command Pokemon you've never met before and have them listen to you immediately. The way you even got into this school. I think it's important the voters hear about this. This will definitely affect their votes, no? It was a pleasure for me and for others to watch your meteoric rise, Hiccup. But there's something everyone seems to have forgotten. Meteors don't rise, they fall. Sharon, what do you think you're doing? My best. That's all I have ever been able to do. Whatever disagreements you may have with Hiccup can be handled off stage. You're just threatening your own chances. Come back here and I recuse myself. Huh? I no longer seek election. My sole interest is uncovering the truth.
Guys, I don't think now's...
But be that as it may, there's a time and place for everything, and now's not the time to place to toss out such wild accusations with no backing or...
You ask for evidence? I'll give you evidence. Look at this man. Look at the guilt in his eyes. Do you dare to tell me I'm wrong? Does anyone? His feelings are written plainly as pen on paper.
Sharon, you must stop this at once. Hiccup is a good friend. I know he wouldn't do this sort of thing you're accusing him of.
Do you think yourself unique in this, Serena? This man has dozens of good friends, all convinced that they're the most important person in the world to him. How do you think he gained so many friends so quickly? It's been 1 month, and yet, seemingly, everybody in this school knows him, admires him, loves him. We are all throttled by this red string, every one of us hanging like puppets from his hands. You're willing to entertain so many conspiracy theories, but not this one? You're unwilling to accept that you've been duped.
Sharon, what you're saying it just isn't possible.
Isn't it? Do espers not exist? Are their powers not known to take great many forms? Has Hiccup not demonstrated remarkable proficiency in his ghost classes? Can anyone here claim that they haven't seen Hiccup talking back and forth with his mind with his fellow Esper Sabrina? Yes, that's all circumstantial evidence, but if all I'm saying is lies, why is he not saying anything? Well, Hiccup, deny it.
Oh crap, he's reverting. He's reverting, guys. He's going back to his silent mute stage. Your tongue lies heavy and powerless in your mouth. Your throat is dry. Your lips crack under the scorching heat of the stage lights above. You cannot speak. Just go back into yourself.
Deny it! Deny it! Damn you, just deny it! Prove me wrong, make of me a crackpot in front of this whole school, ruin my reputations, my plans, my future, destroy me. Just deny it, and then your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
You cannot speak. In the crowd, you see a lip beginning to curl in disgust. Someone coughs awkwardly and gets up to leave the auditorium. Brendan glares at you and puts a protective arm around May, who seems to be sobbing.
Guys, please, I'm having...
I'm begging you, Hiccup. Deny it. Please. I need to be wrong.
You cannot speak.
Well, that, as they say, is that.
You've gone too far, Sharon. I don't know what kind of shit's running through Hiccup's head right now, but the fact he isn't saying anything doesn't mean you're right. What happened to the innocent until proven guilty, huh?
You want proof? If you don't take Hiccup's silence as proof, then your closeness to Hiccup blinds you. How lovely it is that you are now able to break from your own efforts and rely on him. Does that not seem like the first step to fostering an unhealthy dependency? You are far from the only one he helps out. There's no way anyone can deny that this debate is over.
Hey, no the hell it isn't. You need some proof.
He refuses to speak on his own defense. Why would an innocent man ever refuse to defend himself? Is it for someone else? Is he defending you? You might think so, but I very much doubt it. You specifically are far too biased to speak clearly on this matter. Pardon me for not taking your character judgment of the person you are so obviously infatuated with seriousness. Your arguments are weak and thin. I can tell you doubt him yourself. There's nothing else to prove.
No, je refuse. These allegations, they hearsay, and rumors. His refusal to defend himself does not mean he's guilty. Where's the proof, Sharon?
Stop demanding proof. Do I need to provide proof when the accused doesn't even ask for it? And I find it rich that you of all people are asking for proof. Did you not ever wonder that Did you not ever wonder that as you started your own conspiracy, that a man who so willingly leapt into yours might have one of his own? I would think very carefully about whether Hiccup has really joined your plan to help you achieve your goals. Enough. Enough. Hiccup, any comments?
Your friends are doubting you. 1,000 repressed memories scream to be acknowledged. Years of loneliness wait behind the barrier of your presumed innocence. But to maintain that innocence would require you to lie. Speak. You cannot speak.
You ask for proof. You all demand proof. Fine. Fine. You two. Those two. These two have the proof you crave.
Yes, we do, and believe us, we were terrified when we found out the truth.
Yeah, when we learned the seemingly innocent man had been wrapping us around, manipulating us with our own minds this entire time, I nearly broke down.
He was a good friend. To think he'd betray us in this manner is unconscionable.
Where's the proof? You said you had it.
It might be more accurate to say we know how to take it.
What? Come on, get up here, witch.
Oh no. That is crossing a line for me, You two have now personally marked yourselves in my assassination book. You two are going down, no matter what it takes for me. Help me. You cannot speak.
Wait, what are you two doing?
Oh, it's quite simple, really. This lovely lady here is an Esper who has a bad habit of reading our minds.
Yeah, she's like a wonderful piñata of secrets.
Now, what do you suppose will come out if we break this piñata,
What? No, absolutely not. Hiccup is who you're trying to prove the guilt of, not Sabrina or...
Terribly sorry, partner, but this is the only proof we could find.
So why don't you just sit back and let us handle this,
Tell us about Hiccup, Tell us about his powers. Don't spare any details or we'll know you're working with him. You're crazy. I don't know. He doesn't have anything. Quit the bullshit. Yeah, we know you're covering for him. Calum? What? I mean, what do I... Fine. You two, stop that immediately. I'll report you to the Office of Student Conduct and Conflict Resolution.
I'll break your heads.
No, don't fight. Please, just leave me alone and...
Spill, witch.
Tell us about the freak or you're next. No, just...
Leave me alone.
I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person.
I wish I was dead. Not too late to tell if I could change this.
Oh, frick. Secrets flit through your mind as Sabrina's telepathy opens up, sending memories, shadows, dark repressed desires, echoing in 1,000 voices through the heads of everyone present. And then, in a familiar voice, I have a power. It makes people trust me, and my Pokemon obey my commands. I need to keep it a secret from everyone. If they found out about it, I'd lose all my friends. And I'll do anything to make sure that never happens again. No.
Oh, damn, it actually worked. I mean, well, there you have it.
Undeniable proof that Hiccup has a power that he's been hiding from us. Why? Why did you? How could you be so cruel?
Us? You're the freak who reads our minds and hoards our secrets. It's your fault for even coming here in the first place.
Yes, this was foolish of me. To think I could have a life. To think I could have friends. My mentor would tell me not to do this. He would say that this is revenge, that I'm proving myself the witch you think I am. I suppose I no longer have a reason not to cast my spells. So here is my curse, your secret.
Don't you...
They are siblings and lovers.
What? No, we're just step-siblings. There's no blood, there's a...
Shut up, you idiot. Let's get out of here. This isn't what... You are a fucking shithead. You know that, Sharon? You asshole.
Serena, why... What happened to your accent?
Wait, Calum, wait, I can explain.
Jasmine, help, it's happening. I can't... My heart, it's happening.
What? No, Grusho, hold on. I'll get the nurse.
No time. I can't breathe. Can't breathe. Gotta go. Get to infirmary. Feeling faint.
Frickin' hell, man. Grusha! Oh, I'm just a project. Is that it? Wait, Flan, come on. You know there's more to it than that. How very disappointing. If you wish to preserve what little dignity you have left, I trust you know what to do, Hiccup. You cannot speak. What the hell, dude? You can explain this, right? Sharon's just full of shit, right? Right? Oh, frickin' hell. Tell me this isn't true. I cannot speak. You can explain this, right? Please tell me the conspirators are liars, please. And he reverts further back into his true form. You cannot speak. You cannot speak. Well, who's ready for a fun Sunday date, right, guys? Guys? Where'd you all go? Guys? I'm alone. You are no longer you. You wake up from a nightmare. It's the same old one. You barely register it anymore. You yawn, checking the time on your clock. It seems you've woken up early. Well, relatively early. Still, it's a Sunday. It's not like you have anything going on. You slowly pull yourself out of bed. Your 4 roommates are gone, of course. It's so late in the day, it could only be expected. Your little electric partner jumps into your bag as you swing it over your shoulder. You ponder what they might be serving in the cafeteria. Maybe they're still serving breakfast. You could get a late brunch or something. You yawn again, but a minor electric shock from your bag reminds you that you're not the only hungry one in the room right now. As you walk into the cafeteria, you hear a low, disgruntled murmuring sound echoing from your classmates. You ignore it as no one looks at you. I'm going to check something really quick. I hope I'm wrong, but I've got a bad feeling about it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait a minute. Wait a sec. I'm not Hiccup. You find an empty table. 'Cause yeah, I'd assumed because the Pokemon were all the same, but I know of one man whose Pokemon are all the same as mine. You find an empty table and sit down to eat by yourself, picking at some leftover waffles. It's only noon, but you already feel like you've wasted your entire day. You decide to take a nap. Perhaps when you wake up, you'll feel more prepared to handle what comes next. Hey! Hey! You blurrily blink the sleep out of your eyes as you look up and see a familiar girl standing over the table glaring down at you. Are you just going to sleep there and pretend there isn't a big elephant in the room? What are we going to do? You raise an eyebrow at the girl. She seems to have some very strong feelings about something you aren't familiar with. Sounds like a whole lot of not your problem. You shrug and prepare to go back to sleep. Ethan! Whoa, what? What? What are we going to do? Look, Leaf, I don't know what you're talking about, but I can't help you with whatever it is that's got you like this. My name's Leaf, not Leaflet. I guess he was supposed to say the name wrong and it didn't get written there. And I thought you were like his best friend. Man, I'm not anybody's best friend. Do you at least know where he is? Yeah, maybe I wasn't clear. Who are you talking about? What? Are you kidding me, Ethan? Hiccup, your roommate. Whoa, what's with the passion? No, I don't know where he is. It's a Sunday. He's probably out studying or training or something. It's not like I keep tabs on him. Oh, right. It's a total coincidence that you always end up in the same places. You just coincidentally end up doing everything he does. Hey, he might be copying me. Like, you know, those Pokemon he picked up during the egg hunt? Yeah. I already had their exact eggs in the incubator. My old neighbor sent them to me. That's why I didn't pick up any eggs during the hunt. I already had as many as I could carry. And you can't blame me for the Deano. Someone gave us 2 Deano eggs at once. And the Happiny he found? My old neighbor sent it to me, like a week before Spring's Day. Sure, why would your neighbor send you a happini and a bunch of eggs? She's a competitive breeder, and she dumps her rejects on me. I don't know, but that's what she does, alright? Well, fine, maybe you aren't stalking him, but can't you at least use your connection to figure out where he is? Great. Ethan Gold, the world's best compass for people who are better than him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't go out of my way to follow him. Heck, half the time I get there first. Well, if you could be anywhere right now, where do you wish you were? Honestly, home. Ugh. Yeah, sorry. Why are you even asking? Don't you have his phone number? I do, but he's not answering his phone. I haven't been able to track him down all of today or yesterday. I gave him some space yesterday, but I thought we needed to talk today. You know, nothing about you passes the Bechdel test. What? Nothing. Anyway, what's this about giving him space? Did something happen? What? Okay, I'm getting the vibe that something did happen. Did you not go to the speeches? You didn't even go there to support your two roommates? Hey, I was going to. I was. I just didn't feel up to it. Figured it'd be better to take a nap, and maybe when I woke up, things would be better. Oh, then someone should probably tell you what happened. Sounds like you're gonna tell me some bad news that wasn't affecting me before just now. Can I, opt out? Hiccup has a power that makes people in Pokemon like him. That's how all his Pokemon listen to him, and how he got so many friends. That sounds hard to believe. How did you find out? How many people know? You're gonna want to be sitting down for this. I am? Leaf tells you the details of the prior day's disastrous student council election. Why? Why didn't he just lie and tell everyone Sharon was crazy? It's not that hard. It's really easy, actually. Sounds like Sharon was willing to accept any lie he was told. If only Hiccup was willing to lie. So everyone lost track of him after the election, and no one I've talked to has been able to find him since. Well, sorry to disappoint. He wasn't there when I went to bed last night. Come to think of it, I don't think any of my roomies were. And I went to bed pretty close to curfew. We were meant to go into the city today. Crap, that's right. I was going to have a talk with Hiccup about my theory. Damn. I remembered for half a second after I woke up, but I figured since he wasn't in the room that he'd canceled on me. You didn't think to, I don't know, call him and see if your plans were still on? What, you've never had someone ghost you for some meeting you set up, but didn't actually want to do? It's the best feeling in the world, believe me. I'm not going to be your therapist. Hey, that's what my dad said. He has 3 other roommates, right? Maybe one of them will know where he went. Wait, fine. I'll help you find him. Again, it's Sunday, so he could be anywhere. Dude's a massive socialite, as you've probably noticed by now. Great, thanks. But, where to then? Well, you said you were meant to meet up in the city, right? Maybe he's out there. Without me? Sure, he went there to meet you because his phone's dead. It's unlikely, but it's the only lead I've got. Sure, I'm willing to try it. You and question marks make your way to the city. It's not long before you see a familiar face, though wearing an unfamiliar expression. Hey, Nate! Nardy! Nardy? Hey, MC Squared! Wait, is he? He's supposed to be saying the wrong name, isn't he? Well, that's a typo to report. And this is the updated version. Hey, MC Squared! I'm kinda busy right now. Yeah, what are you doing? Looks to me like you're just looking at that statue, having a good conversation. I didn't. Elucidating. That's a gnarly word. Hold on, you were asking me questions about Tia, then you started asking me questions about Hiccup. Aren't you Sharon's roommate? Were you spying on Hiccup for him? Tia? Who's that? No, I wasn't spying on... Okay, well, I was, but it wasn't for Sharon. I didn't even know that Acehole was working with him. You gotta believe me, the guy in the purple came up and offered a trade. I had no idea what he'd do with it. I had no idea what he'd do with what I told him. I just needed some information, and he had it. What did you tell him to get that information, Nate? Look, I just told him how to access the security footage from the laboratory's security cameras. It's not that big a deal. I didn't, tell them any secret passwords or anything. All that information is publicly available through the school's security room. You just have to walk in there and ask for the recordings. Oh, yeah. We were going to do that our first week here when we thought Hiccup's bag was stolen. If that was all you did, why are you looking so guilty? You've been asking me a bunch of questions about Tia and Hiccup. You were asking Ethan a bunch of questions too, weren't you? Huh? How'd you know? Gotcha. The only reason someone would hang out with me is if they wanted something. I see where you're coming from now. Yeah, you're right. MC squared. Well, Nate, you didn't just tell him how to get some publicly accessible information. There's something more. Look, I knew what he was gonna find. I watched the vids first, but I didn't think he was gonna do something like that. I mean, he couldn't exactly try to make some sort of argument that H got into the school unfairly without turning a massive lens on himself, right? I didn't think he'd be so stupid. What did the video show? Not falling for that one again. I purged the database, magnetized the tapes, and put 3-factor authentication that has to go through me on any future information requests. Great, so now that the ship is sinking, you think you can just stuff a towel in the holes and we'll forgive you? I don't particularly care for your forgiveness. I just want Hiccups, or at least the chance to apologize. I really screwed things up for him. What information did you want so desperately that you were willing to burn down Kobukan to get it? I can't tell you that. Why the hell not? I can't tell you that either. I suddenly don't feel like talking very much. Okay, look. You can't tell anybody about this, but I'm pretty sure there's a dangerous Pokemon hiding out in the forest. Everyone here could be in danger. Now, I know some people can subdue the Pokemon, but if I'm going to convince them to come here, I need to know where the Pokemon is, how powerful it is, and when there will be no one around. Understand? This is bigger than a college student's small secrets. I'll trade away anything to make sure I complete my mission. You're a real piece of work. Well, since you can't get a single piece of information from two idiots without ruining everything for everyone else, you can't fight off a mysterious dangerous Pokemon. Excuse my disbelief. Do you at least know where Hiccup is? No. All my sources have gone silent. The whole school has. No one's talking to each other. Everyone's hiding out in their dorms, empty classrooms. There are walls between my usual network. Then what good are you? What good am I? Bye, Nate. It was fun while you were pretending to be interested in me. Ethan? If you're trying to convince me that you weren't just looking for information on Hiccup, save it. I don't know where he is, but B might. Great. Leaf. My name's Leaf, but yeah. I'm assuming that's supposed to be another wrong name. Nate thinks that Snotlout might know where Hiccup is. Nacho, who the hell is... Oh, of course. If you're not Hiccup's stalker, then Snotlout totally is. Or, like, you? Or Tia. Sounds to me like Sharon might have had a point. As you walk into the battle hall, you see Blue ? Training. Sweat covers his brow and soaks through his clothes. He's clearly been working at this very hard for a long time. His Pokemon have the same sort of stony determination. They all look tired, but they're moving through their paces, attacking, defending, and countering with resolute rhythm. Hey, Snotlout, are... You! You're the reason he went to that goddamn election! This is your fault! Hey, I didn't even go to the election! I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Leaf! Oh. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Like, I was gonna say, I really didn't see a way you could blame me for this. Wait, what did Leaf do? Nothing! You just refused to step away from him for half a second, so I couldn't talk to him. If I'd talked to him properly, he wouldn't have gone to the election. Bullshit. You could have told him not to go while I was there. What do you think I was doing? It's not like I could tell him in front of you that if you go, Sharon will tell everyone about Phrenergy. What? Nothing. No, you said Phrenergy. Well, yeah, that's what the power's called. What, weren't you at the damn election? I wasn't, and even I know that. Don't think so, bud. Sharon never told us what the power was called. Damn. Phrenergy. Is that what I have? Well, how did you... Wait. You already knew? That's what you told all his friends back then. That's how you convinced them to abandon him, because you convinced them that he was just brainwashing them. But that wasn't enough for you, was it? You had to go and do it again. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh yeah? Because it sounds to me like you were sick of being second best to Hiccup, so you blasted Hiccup's reputation again, but let Sharon take the fall for it this time. Shut up! No one listens to me. No one! So how the hell was I supposed to know Sharon actually was? What? You saw how Hiccup was at the battle team meeting on Friday, mouthing off to Lance like that. Oh, I'm on the left side of the room. I hate the dumb country boy shtick of the... I hate that dumb country boy shtick of his. He's from the same damn town, but he acts like he grew up riding Rhyhorn and milking Tauros. Uh-huh. So yeah, I was complaining to Sharon and I told him that Hiccup gets anything he wants and everyone pays attention to him just because of who he is. That he's just had everything he ever wanted handed to him. Wait, so Sharon asked me if it seemed unusual to me, like he had some sort of power, and I said yeah, because what kind of an idiot would think it was an actual power? I've said shit like that 100 times and no one's ever listened to me. No one's ever cared that it's unfair, so how the hell was I supposed to know that this one time someone was listening? I was just venting. Seems pretty sus. Shut the fuck up, Ethan. Well, great job. You ruined his life again. You and Nate. Nate, what did that egghead? The lab's security cameras. Damn it, Gramps! What I don't get is how you even knew he had this power in the first place. Think about it, Ethan. If those purple students wanted to see a video footage from the research lab, then Hiccup must have been there, probably talking to someone. Who do we know who Hiccup is close to who hangs out around the research center a lot? That redhead with the right proper Galarian accent? What was her name? Sonia? God? No, I'm saying, God, you're literally painful to talk to. Yeah, some people would say the same thing about you, Princess. You're kinda 110% maximum no chill, like all the time. Well, at least I'm not 0% all the time. Oh my god, would you two shut up? Yeah, Gramps told me, over and over and over, believe me. There wasn't a single goddamn second when I was a kid when I wasn't being reminded that Hiccup had this special power that made him so much more important than me. You're still an enormous douchebag, but... Can it? I don't need sympathy from Hiccup's hanger-on and clone. Well, you're not getting it now. I was never offering it. Do you at least know where Hiccup is? No, but he's probably with his other student council nerd friends. I bet they're all decorating the student council room right now. Are you serious? What? You seriously think Hiccup, any of them, got elected after Sabrina dropped her bombshell? There was a 20-minute riot in the auditorium. Lance had to step in to quiet everything. The only one on the student council hopeful still on the stage by the time Lance stepped in was Jasmine, and I think she was there 3 seconds away from fainting. Seriously? Yeah, why are you so surprised? I'm not used to something actually going bad for Hiccup. Even with my screw-up, I figured... I can assure you, Mr. Oak, that this went very poorly for everyone involved. A third of the school's student population was involved in that nonsense. The news, I imagine, has spread to the other 2/3. And someone is going to have to clean up your messes. The school has already incurred 2 significant legal actions as a result of that catastrophe. I might have known that the first major crisis this year would be because of you and Hiccup, Blue. Hey, I just explained that you just made an excuse. Take responsibility for your mistake. Advisor Lance, I cannot begin to describe how frustrated I am. Think very carefully about what you are about to say needs to be said. Do you know where Hiccup is? I give good advice and the children just ignore it. No, I don't. But if he is intelligent, which there is not any evidence of, he'll make sure I do not know where he is for at least 1 week. Oh. But if I were to hazard a guess as to who might know, I would point you in the direction of Professor Oak. He seems to have a close relationship with the boy. I imagine he sees something of interest in young Mr. Knight, though I can't imagine what. A fascinating gut flora, perhaps. Right, thank you, Advisor. Come on, Ethan, we're getting answers to this. Wait! Did Hiccup freeze, go completely silent while he was up there? Yeah. I didn't know him. Not really, not until he got over it. But when we were kids, until we were 8 or so, he was silent. Huh? Not completely. He would sometimes yell or grunt or mutter something no one could hear. Their doctors said he was completely fine as far as they could tell. He just didn't see the need to talk. The one time I heard him say anything, it was, "Words are unnecessary." So you've got an idea of what kind of kid he was. Anyway, that's when Gramps got bored of his current project and decided that curing Hiccup would be a great way to spend my lifetime. How did he do it? I don't know, but sometimes I wish he hadn't. Now you can't get Hiccup to shut up. Hey, when you find Hiccup, you tell him to find me, huh? I'll be right here. I'm not going to stop training till I see his ugly mug and can beat it in for being a hard-headed dumbass again. We need to see your grandfather, then. Yeah, smell you later. I don't really see the point of me being in this scene. Professor Oak. Oh yes, Miss Green. I'm sorry, Miss Green, but my office hours are closed. Please come back tomorrow after class. Wait, it's about Hiccup. I feared as much. Please, Professor, tell us everything. I suppose this data is irrevertibly corrupted. It certainly won't be publishing anymore, so I will answer 3 questions. What? Only 3 questions? I've recently spent the better part of 2 decades working towards an academic dead end. It's only the promise of the Meteor Project that you don't find me collapsed in my office, smelling strongly of whiskey. My time, for now, is still valuable. Fine. What is Hiccup's power? It's a simple empathy inducer. Those around him cannot help but feel his feelings, understand his intent, truly know him. I named his power Phrenergy. A kind, humble name. I believed that it could revolutionize our understanding of humanity's bonds and our bonds with Pokemon. I did not consider that the feelings of those affected would be as strong as they are. As you have seen, in this world, there are many who consider being asked to show empathy a direct attack. I should have anticipated that this power, which, by its own nature, could not be kept secret forever, would reveal itself damagingly. So it's not mind control. Not at all. It is kindness. Pure, concentrated, unconditional kindness, which, naturally, is an enormous threat to the way of things. So he wasn't mind controlling me. The reason I liked him so much is because he, wanted that? Well, I cannot speak to the specifics of your particular case, but if you had a fondness for him, it's very likely he had a fondness for you, too. Knew it. Alright, I'm happy. Ethan, you can ask your questions now. Huh? You asked 3. Sure, but you said we can both ask 3. No, I didn't. Didn't you? No? Yes. Yes? Well, if you insist, Ethan, go ahead. Gaslighting an old man. Nice. All you gotta do now is gatekeep and girl boss. Are you going to complain or ask your questions? Oh, don't think I can't do both. I'm quite the multitasker. Professor Oak, hey. What did you say? I don't think we've ever met before, but, Professor Cherry's told me a lot about you. She really respects you. Well, we'll see if that's the case this afternoon. I believe we teachers are meant to have a meeting to discuss the events of the student council election. Oh, when I think that I encouraged all my students to go there. Right, here's my question. Hiccup and I, end up in the same place, doing the same thing, making the same decisions. Is that, a side effect of phrenergy? No. Huh? Is there, even a chance? No. It's at its most powerful, phrenergy might influence someone to follow a wielder, given the bonds of trust inherent in such a thing. But what you're describing, a persistent systemic copying effect, is outside of the realm of the phrenergy I've studied. Well, that's a dead end. I am mildly interested in this phenomenon you've mentioned, though. Perhaps when I am able to publish my media thesis, I'll see what is happening to you and Hiccup. Great. Second place to a rock. Okay, question number 2 then. Snotlout told us that you told him about phrenergy. If you were trying to keep this a secret from everyone but Hiccup, why would you tell Snotlout? Well, quite simply, he asked why I was spending so much time with his best friend, and I'm a firm believer that families shouldn't have secrets from each other. You didn't think that would give him a complex? That his best friend had some sort of superpower that made people like him? That is not what phrenergy does. Why must the discoveries of science be constantly misinterpreted by the public in the least charitable fashion? In any case, no. I did not think that would give him any sort of complex. He is confident enough in himself that I dare say nothing could so much as give him reason to pause, let alone a complex. Wow, old Sam's a terrible judge of character. Yeah, I'm learning a lot about the faculty of Kobukan today. You've one more question. Right. I really only wanted to know those 2, to be honest, but, well, we've asked everyone else and no one else knew, so do you know where Hiccup is? No. Did you check the city? Yeah, I mean, not all 90 square miles of it, but a bit. What about the battle hall? We're both battle team members. Yes, we checked the battle hall. I'm afraid I've no idea then. But if you see him, do make sure to let me know if you will. I'd like to talk to him about his place in this academy, given recent developments. Sure. Man, if I didn't know any better, I would assume this is the end of the game altogether. You and question marks end up spending the rest of the day crossing the campus, searching for Hiccup. Leaf rummages through every bush in the gardens. You look in every stall in the sports center locker rooms. Leaf even drags you up to the women's restrooms near the cheer squad's changing room for some reason. Unsurprisingly, he's not there either. Eventually, the 2 of you awkwardly part ways, with you promising to call Leaf if he's back at your dorm. Of course, you don't have her number. You're almost back to your dorm when you spot a familiar man standing in a familiar garden, staring up at a familiar sky. Dean?
Mr. Gold,
Are you all right?
it breaks my heart, Mr. Gold. One day you're all children, fresh-faced and excited to face the world. And the next, you're men and women in a war of survival against the world, against each other, against yourselves. But the stars still shine for you. Oh, they still shine for you. There's no doubt about that, but they do. But do they shine for me? Is there something I could have done differently? I disallowed faculty from attending the elections with the thought that you would be more free, more honest about your thoughts and desires without the administration breathing down your neck. Was that a mistake? Was I, Drayden, meant to anticipate the cruelty of men who believe themselves to be on the side of truth?
I couldn't say, sir.
No, I don't think anyone could. Pardon my ruminations.
What'll happen to those students? To everyone involved?
Mr. Sharon requested to be expelled. I refused him, insisting he take responsibility for his actions. I'm unsure for now what form that responsibility will take. Whatever the case, there are hundreds of students who are scared, upset, and angry. I'm half tempted to place him in the student council and make him deal with the mess he caused. But I think that would send the wrong message to the student body. His fate remains to be seen. Those incestuous siblings have been pulled from the school. Their parents, who are on the board of trustees, are understandably upset. I fear a phone call from the president of the university any minute now. Mr. Calum and Miss Serena have, I believe, taken temporary off-campus accommodations. They likely need time to process, refocus, and prepare to face their mundane day-to-day once more. Miss Jasmine, though distressed, has showed remarkable improvement today. I believe she'll be back in class tomorrow. Mr. Grusha, however, the fall from the stage exacerbated his condition. I do hope that he recovers quickly, but his doctor recommended he spend a bit more time in the infirmary. Given the extraordinary circumstances, I have asked the previous student council to remain on board for as long as they are willing. I was never fond of them. A slacker who was elected purely through popularity, a woman who demanded irrational, massive, sweeping changes to our very academic system, and then a third, sensible fellow neither of the other two listened to. But, at the very least, they managed to avoid getting into a fight on stage that caused the entire student body to turn against itself. I truly didn't think that was a positive quality I should have commended them for last year. And, well, as for Mr. Knight, I suppose I didn't tell you what's happened to him. I tried to stop him, but whereas Sharon, at least, I could cow into following my will, it felt like there was no force of nature, no man nor beast, that could move Hiccup from his path.
Wait, what? I've been trying to figure out where Hiccup went all day.
Oh! This is exceedingly painful for me to tell you, then.
What? What do you mean, Dean?
Ethan, last night, almost exactly 24 hours ago, Hiccup visited me in my office. He didn't say a word, but he held with him a piece of paper.
Wait.
Ethan, Hiccup Knight dropped out of Kobukan.
What?
Frick.
I was not expecting that. Wow, that... Ace trainers, those ace trainers are lucky they got kicked out of school before I got my hands on them. Wow. And I thought the end of week 3 was intense. Holy freaking hell, dude. In the words of Gandhi from Clone High, wow, I need a minute to think about this. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, seriously, if I didn't know better, I would think that this is the end of the game. I really would. Commendable writing in this case. Wow. I'm excited to see where this goes. Understandably a little bit upset, just because, this was an upsetting thing. I cannot stress how much I would recommend this game to you guys. Please, please, go down in the description below where there's a link to the game dev's Twitter page where you can download this game and play it for yourself. This is probably the best Pokemon fan game I've ever played. I'm going to continue following this series, and I'm going to continue letting you guys see it for as long as it goes, hopefully to the end of the game that's planned out. So for now, leave a like, comment, subscribe so that you can see what happens next, because holy freaking heck, I want to see. And I know some of you do too. So thank you all again so much for watching. We'll pick this up again with week 5 in the coming months. And that, as they say, is that.